blood mixed with sweat on the training mat, the metallic scent a familiar companion. Captain Jude Smith's muscles burned from 2 hours of close-quarters combat drills, but she pushed through another set. Her opponent, a fresh-faced SEAL who'd made the mistake of hesitating, was learning that Jude's reputation wasn't exaggerated. She moved with controlled precision, each strike calculated. When he telegraphed a right cross, she slipped inside his guard and had him on the mat before he registered the movement. Training fights weren't about winning. They were about staying alive when it mattered. "You telegraph your attacks," she said, offering him a hand up. "In the field, that gets people killed." The young SEAL nodded, respect replacing his earlier skepticism about training with a woman in his face. Jude had stopped noticing those looks years ago. Buds had taught her that respect was earned in blood and sweat, and she'd earned it one brutal evolution at a time. The call to command came as she was rapping her split knuckles, her body humming with familiar pain, the kind that reminded her she was still alive when others weren't. Dawn blanketed Virginia Beach in shades of steely shadows, the ocean a dark line against the horizon. Her phone vibrated again, a reminder that this summons wasn't routine. The Naval Special Warfare Command building rose ahead, its modernized exterior at odds with the weight of history it contained. Jude's boots echoed on the polished floor as she made her way to the briefing room, cataloging the changes since her last deployment. New faces in the halls, fresh unit citations on the walls, another gold star added to the memorial display. Once inside, Jude scanned the briefing room's walls covered with satellite imagery of Bogotá. The sprawling city looked like a nightmarish tactical maze, narrow streets and blind corners perfect for ambush. Captain Richards stood at the head of the table, his expression grave enough to set off warning bells. "At ease," he said, though Jude's posture remained rigid. "How's the training going with the new teams?" "They're learning." She kept her voice neutral, professional. "Some faster than others." He nodded, understanding the unspoken assessment. Then he slid a diplomatic security file across the table, unusual enough to sharpen her focus. The Department of State SEAL seemed out of place among their usual military briefings. "High-stakes summit coming up," Richard said, watching her reaction. "Senior diplomat Carmen Ruiz has been getting death threats from the Nuevo Amanecer terrorist group. Intelligence suggests they're not just making noise this time. I want you on personal bodyguard duty, protecting her." Jude's fingers traced the edge of the file, remembering Yemen. Another diplomat, another threat. They'd gotten lucky then when her instincts triggered an evacuation hours before the attack. The memory of embassy buildings burning still haunted her.